Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is yearning ever, home where the old folks stay.
Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron. The podcast where Floridians discuss the legends, lore, and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida.
Guys.
Yes, sir.
So I went into Wayne's bathroom the other day.
Come on.
And
Dangerous place.
I saw an interesting bottle.
Okay, describe it.
Oh,
It was black. It
Yes.
said Bod,
Yep,
Man Edition.
that's right.
I'm
And it
interested.
said shampoo, conditioner, body wash, all
That's
in
right.
one bottle.
Combo set, baby.
And I just felt like, since you called me out on my Mel Gibson sleeping sounds,
That's right.
we would ask you
We're going
how-
to talk about your shampoo.
Yeah, how you do 3-in-1 body wash, shampoo, conditioner on a bottle called Bod Man Edition.
Here's the thing. It was an upsell because you only need one. Men can use all of the above for all the parts. Does that make sense?
No.
So shampoo can go in your armpits.
That's not true.
Conditioner can go in your face.
Okay.
Again, you're wrong.
But here's
I
the thing.
think
So
you're wrong.
I bought all three.
In
And now the amount of pheromones surrounding me, it's like a cloud when I'm walking downtown.
That's not
I
a
was
good
hoping.
thing to happen.
No.
though.
It is. It's a great thing to
Yeah.
happen.
It's
Like the-
also paired, though, with the Bod body spray.
it is. Yeah.
Green edition, though.
Speaking of Bod Body Spray Green Edition,
Right.
episode 169
Here we
sponsored
go.
by Bod Body Spray.
Yeah, Man Edition.
I will say the difference between my bathroom habits and Josh's sleeping habits is racism. Can we agree to that?
Wow. On whose end?
Well, Mel Gibson.
Honestly, I don't think it's that far off.
You
It's
don't
not.
think? You think my bathing habits are as bad as
Well,
Mel
if you
Gibson's
see
rant?
them, yeah, they get pretty nasty.
No, I don't. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about your tendencies to listen.
I see what
Okay.
you're saying.
Yes.
I
oh,
see
to
what
take
you're saying.
evil out of the world
Exactly.
onto myself.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
You
I'm
are a-
attracting it.
You are a hate sponge,
I hate sponge.
and Wayne
yes.
sponges bod all over himself.
Love sponge.
Yeah, 3-in-1 bod.
Here's the thing,
Deal.
though. It's economically
Thick
sound
boy.
to buy 3 bottles of Smell Good,
No,
Okay.
This was one bottle.
but 3 in 1.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing, my guy.
No. Hair's,
don't-
hair's different than skin. Just these are facts.
That's
don't-
so true.
I'm not going to debate this on the air with you guys, but I'll say this. I've never met a person that didn't like the way I smelled.
Have you ever had conditioner like on your skin? Like you feel greasy.
It's so nasty.
like, okay, and you're bathing in it. Thank you.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Headlines.
All right.
let me tell you something. No.
Lines.
Do you want to be yes or no? Answer. I want a yes or no answer from both of you. Okay. Out of respect for me,
I just
do
fell
you want to
asleep.
be
I'm sorry.
slippery when the cops try to grab you? Yes or no? And you know I'm anxious about police. And so I like to be slippery at all times, just in case one tries to nab me. I can slip right out.
Okay. Best part of the show.
Headlines.
Okay, headlines. Yes.
All right, we have a Florida man who is a little bit confused.
Okay.
Easy.
He goes into he's actually hanging out at a neighbor's house.
Okay.
All right. He's just enjoying probably, I don't know, some cheese and some cocktails, just hanging with the neighbors.
Nice neighborhood.
Good
Yeah,
That's what
super.
it sounds like.
Yeah,
I
really
hope
nice.
there's Gouda there.
Rich
really
friend.
nice cheese parties.
Mm.
And he gets a notification on his phone that says movement at your house.
Oh no,
I see
that's
what you're
scary.
saying.
Like a security camera. It
Yep.
might be, this company might be that. We don't say it because they haven't returned our emails.
That's right, baby.
But
Right.
we have some movement in his house. He gets a gun, obviously,
well, is that the?
and he goes back
Okay.
to his house. He's close. He's probably closer than the police, so he says, "Oh, I'm going to check this out.
I'll take care of this.
I'll take care
Okay.
of this."
Okay,
he goes
sure.
into his house. Doesn't find anybody at first until he gets to his bathroom.
Yep.
And then ends up finding a very, very naked man just relaxing in his
Come on.
bathtub.
Dude, bless him.
Wow.
Now,
you know what I
okay.
mean?
There's two
Okay.
thoughts
Yep.
to this. One is, hey, man, do you need a towel?
That's right.
Yes.
Are you relaxed?
That's
Like,
right.
I don't know what the situation is, but
Okay.
I assume
Yep.
if you needed a bath this bad that you broke into my house and took a bath.
Oh no, I don't think it's about.
I feel like I can
It's
get you a
not
towel.
necessity.
You can
This
move
is
on your
luxury.
way.
That's biblical.
Yeah,
at this
this
I
is
point.
a
don't know.
luxury. Yeah,
Right.
This is a bathtub installer.
You're
that
telling me though.
that's jealous.
What? You're taking
Yeah.
it way different.
No,
than
no,
what
no.
I'm
He
taking it.
installed this tub, and he's like, I wish I could bathe in it.
But I can't.
And then found his opening, and it's
I
like,
see. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's
Yeah,
testing out his own product
that's right, baby.
to
No,
make sure he's a good installer.
That's definitely not what's
That's not what
happening.
happened?
No.
So the guy shot him.
So yeah, he's now the bathtub is a different color. So anyways,
Wow.
No.
Okay, we're believing that.
he ends up he's like, dude, calls his neighbors.
Put your hands up.
He calls his neighbors.
Yeah.
His neighbors and him surround this guy with guns.
What
and
the
just
crap?
stand around this nude man in in a tub.
Okay.
And wait for the police.
Were there bubbles in it? Because he could hide a gun under bubbles. But if
Sounds
it's
like an
just-
art show I went to in Orlando one time.
really
A lot of fun.
Like an exhibit?
Yeah, a guy in a tub, naked, covered in bubbles, surrounded
Yeah.
by guns.
Which one were you?
Okay,
Which
yeah.
person were you?
And it
I
just
was-
said America.
Yeah, basically. It was a statement on capitalism.
Okay.
It was wild.
You were which person?
The gun holder
Okay, perfect.
in the bubbles.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
So
let's-
anyways,
let's
so the
move.
police show up. They check the surveillance cameras. The guy ends up, he tries to break in the front door. It didn't work. So he does find a window that he breaks into.
Okay.
Takes a nice,
Right.
relaxing bath. We just don't know why. And I just
Lonely.
I want to give the guy benefit of the doubt that he just had a rough day. He needs some relaxation. Maybe he just has a shower at his house and it wasn't cutting it.
Yeah, I
Right.
can see that. I can see
So, you just find an empty house, find an empty tub, and it's
Yep.
yours for an hour or so. But anyways, he's in jail. Next headline.
that. Did
we
he get an
have-
hour in the
Wow.
tub, though? He didn't get an hour.
I don't think so, man.
No.
He
didn't
wasn't
have,
pruny.
He didn't have enough time to relax.
Not worth it.
No, you need a tub sometimes. I know that this is Wayne.
Oh, I'm a big tub fan.
Wayne can agree with this. You need a tub sometimes to just process the day,
Come on.
'em.
decompress,
Right. Get 'em.
just think about who you are.
Right.
What do we do before we record?
We take
Take
a bath
baths
together.
together.
We all get a bath
Jinx.
together.
Exactly. I mean, there's no discussion there. All right. So our next headline, we have two Florida women
Come on.
who are enjoying a nice holiday
Okay,
at
wow.
Disney, not a bath, Disney resorts.
Okay.
And Disney in general, they're enjoying
Fancy.
their vacation, I would assume. They go to a steakhouse at Disney Springs and they have a little bit to drink.
Okay.
So much so that when they come out, they're trying to get an Uber.
Right.
Okay. Their
course.
phones are pretty much dead.
Yep.
So the what do you call it? The security guard
Mhm.
at the steakhouse
Okay.
orders them an Uber.
Nice.
Okay. Uber shows up, says,
Yep.
"Listen, you two are too drunk
To
to
ride?
ride."
To Uber?
Too
And
drunk
that's-
to ride?
That's the entire point of an Uber.
100%.
I feel like the Uber in this case is like the villain.
Wow.
He
yeah.
says, "No, you're too drunk. I'm probably gonna collect any of the other dozen people that are waiting for an
well,
Uber."
that's true. Yeah. Less drunk.
But anyway, so these sisters get a little antsy
Uh-oh.
while they're waiting for to figure something out. So
Yep.
they
It's
start.
stressful.
It is stressful. So one of them starts throwing up, and
well,
then
that was a
That's
good.
fine.
Yep.
and then they start fighting each other.
Right.
Okay, so they start throwing punches
Come on.
because of 3 words.
Hold on.
You're a bad mom.
Oh my god.
One of the sisters says to the other, "You're a bad mom," and I say "mom"
Yep.
because they're British.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the quote. You're a. How many words is it?
Well, even if you combine the first one, it's 4.
How many did I say?
You said 3.
I was just thinking.
But you said it in an English accent. You're bad, mum.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, wow.
3
Okay.
words.
That's
Yep.
what exactly. That
I
counts
see
as
what you're
3.
saying.
And so, anyways, they start fighting each other, punching each other. I did mention vomit. One of them
Oops.
vomits. The other one slips in that vomit.
Oh
bless.
my
This is
goodness.
gross.
and so
Offensive.
then and then you start having dresses being pulled off. And
Well.
then at this point, they're fighting.
going.
They're fighting
And vomit though.
naked in Disney Springs. Just like
Disney knows how to put on a show.
I will say
You know, they
this
step it up every
Disney
year.
doesn't have to try so hard, though.
to give you
honestly.
guys a little history
Yeah,
here.
please.
Oh, please.
Disney Springs used to be called Downton Disney.
Nope.
A-
Pleasure
and-
Island is what you're thinking.
No, downtown, not Downton Abbey Disney.
Well,
Yeah.
say what you want, poor guy.
Okay.
But Downton Disney
It's a different
is
thing.
what
It's not
us
a-
rich
yeah.
folks
Not
called
a
it.
slang for downtown.
Sure.
And that kind of stuff would not have happened there. You wouldn't have
No.
seen nude fights
Yep.
at Downton Disney.
But you would have
Exactly.
seen it at Pleasure Island. So
Exactly.
It's like full
and they
circle.
combined the two.
Disney Springs is way better.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
Now,
And
does
so-
she mean she's a bad detective, right? For the London police? Aren't they called mum?
Oh, I see.
Right? It could have been a,
You
a
can't
whole
solve this
career
crime.
hit. Yeah.
In a way, though, the Uber driver is the one that wins.
Why? No. he
Because
didn't
this
get
would have
that.
happened in his back seat.
Oh, true.
The fight, the stripping, the vomit. That would have all been in his
Yeah,
back
okay.
seat.
Good for him.
Good
honestly.
Remove
for
the stripping.
him.
The
and it's
villain
okay.
becomes a hero.
Come on.
So, anyways, yeah, they decided not to press charges against each other.
Really?
Here's the weird thing,
Okay.
right? We have the Sunshine State law in Florida.
yes, we do.
Yeah.
where we instantly sorry. Ooh, my microphone.
Hello.
We pretty much instantly get
All the deets.
all the details
Yep.
for arrest records.
Yeah.
So these women
Right.
were arrested.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Police ended up showing up. Well, this happened in October of 2021.
Yeah.
But the details are not coming out until now.
On our
Okay.
show.
And
Yep. You're
there is
welcome.
no security footage from Disney
Of course.
of
not.
this happening. Now,
Yeah,
the
right.
interesting thing is,
Yeah.
why Disney?
Nudity.
Okay. But why Disney was this not public record until 5 months later?
I see what you're
And
saying.
why is there no security footage
Right.
of this brawl to know exactly what happened?
The
I'll
mouse
leave you
is
with
the
that next
problem.
headline.
Okay. Wow.
Come
The
on.
mouse.
Next headline. We have a Florida man
Okay.
who is just upset with his son's school. Sometimes, you just don't understand administration and teachers' decisions.
I mean, I
Like-
went to a bad school. They said that the government's coming to arrest me. They
For
put
what?
stickers on the back of street signs, and that's how you knew.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
So we drove by the street sign. I'm like, Dad, look, there's a sticker. That means the government's coming to arrest us. And Dad's like, where'd you hear that? I'm like, science class.
No.
And he's like, I'm going to go talk to them.
Yeah, we're going to change schools today.
Yeah.
That's what this guy should have done.
What
He should
happened?
have just taken his son and changed schools. But instead, once the school, he got into I think it happened on Facebook, the comment section on Facebook.
Okay.
Toxic
where,
place.
Yeah.
he started going off about the school, having a mask mandate. Now, this is a private Jewish school.
Like
so-
a Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I guess so. Anyway, so the mandate that he did not agree with at this private school, instead of just taking his son and going to a different school, because it is private, you're
Well,
choosing
yeah.
to pay the school for your child to be there.
True.
He decided in the comment section to say, I'm going to burn this school to the ground.
That's pretty specific.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you
Word.
should have told that board member to go F themselves. We will leave and burn this place to the ground.
That's a quote.
While taking their rankings. Okay. That's why their rankings have steadily gone down. So,
Okay.
anyways, the kid gets expelled. He goes. This father goes back on to this comment post and says, "I just got kicked out of this school.
Yeah.
I will burn the school down."
Okay.
So
wow.
he comments the first time, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
Then they kick him out, and he comes back and he goes, "Hey, I'm being for real this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn it down.
Okay.
Burn
See,
this place to the
I
ground."
I don't even have a child that goes here.
Yeah. Not anymore.
That's so funny.
And I'm still gonna
dude.
burn this place
I
down.
really thought I'll burn this place to the ground was just a saying.
No, I say
Yeah,
it all
like-
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say it like at Sonny's when they get my order wrong.
Bingo.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
But then
Right.
you doubling down on it,
yeah,
not a good.
I can't say it twice.
on Facebook.
Especially after getting expelled.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he's facing one count of written threats to kill.
Come
or do
on.
bodily
Oh,
harm.
because he didn't say while nobody's there.
Exactly. You didn't
Yep.
specify. You got to specify.
Yeah. You have to say,
what
I'll
you're
burn
going
this
to burn.
place to the ground while nobody's there.
While the
And
school's
I'm going to burn
empty
this empty building
Yes.
to the ground.
over the course of spring break. We're teaching you guys how to do it. Are you listening to our
You're
show?
welcome.
This is how you make threats, okay?
Come on.
Y'all will not end up
so
with
this guy's
murder
going.
charges.
This guy's in jail.
Yeah, big time jail.
Come on,
Big time jail.
All
Big
right,
time
our
jail.
next headline happens at the Orlando International Airport. Wild place.
It is a wild place.
It is a really wild place now. This Florida woman is just trying to get back trying to get back home, right? She's trying to get on a plane
course.
Right,
to
right.
go back home. And she is told, hey, listen, you're too drunk. Okay.
God bless.
What's
you
up
know?
with drunk people not being
Was it
allowed
the
to
same
ride in
Uber
vehicles?
driver?
The transportation service industry is just not the same as it used to
Snobby,
be.
Well,
dude.
the
It's
pilot,
super snobby.
The
You
pilot
used to be able
is
to,
an airline pilot also.
you
right?
know, 40 years ago, you could you could drink, you could smoke on planes.
Come
now
on.
you can't even get on a
No.
plane.
You could ride on the outside of planes.
The
back
good
then.
old days,
You
man.
could.
Back when America was America.
So, anyways, this Florida woman was told, "Hey,
Yeah.
you can't get on this plane. You're too drunk."
Sober up.
And so she's a little upset, but she's told you cannot stay in this secured area because you don't have a valid boarding pass. Now that ticked her off because they said you have to get
Okay.
another plane. You
Yeah.
have to book another plane.
Yeah.
She starts fighting her sister.
No, what she does
Yep.
is she just drives away.
Okay.
Drunk.
How
She
so?
drives away. Now, interesting thing enough,
Yep.
she's in an airport. Okay.
Where's the vehicle enter?
She's riding a suitcase.
Come on.
Okay.
Good for her.
She
dude.
is literally, she drives
fun.
her suitcase, her
Oh my gosh.
motorized suitcase
Is that a DUI?
away from this
Yeah.
boarding area,
Yes,
boarding
please.
zone.
Yep.
And the security guard is following her on a bicycle.
Oh my gosh.
This is cool.
This is,
So-
what,
This is
Benny,
cool.
Benny Hill,
You
whatever it's
have,
called.
Some James Bond type stuff.
You have a drunk Florida woman
Yeah.
Yeah.
illegally operating
Well, she's not
a
Florida
motorized
woman.
suitcase.
Right.
She's from New York. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
She's
There we go.
applying for it though.
She's driving away. She doesn't want to leave the security area. Who wants to go through security again?
Nobody.
Yeah, no.
And so this guy is like, "Hey, you have 10 minutes. You need to get like
Okay.
once he obviously catches up with her
Yeah.
motorized suitcase,
things
which
cruise-
apparently is pretty fast. He
Is it?
says in the report it's pretty quick.
This guy couldn't
Wow.
catch him on a bike.
Yeah. He was in like
No.
13, gear 13.
Yeah.
and
That's
so, anyways, he ends up catching up with her at like the People Mover.
Now, does he
tram.
pit maneuver her?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just laundry goes everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of clothes just everywhere at this airport. But he ends up stopping her. Please come and arrest her. So
Come
she
on.
goes not easily at all. They have to
Sure.
drag her out of this airport. She's spitting on officers.
slippery.
Oh, no.
She is
Yep,
when she
slippery.
gets into the police vehicle, she's ripping the fabric headliner off. She's defecating in the seat.
God.
Oh, she was
caused
too
tons of
drunk
damage.
then. Yeah.
I think
Holy
so.
moly.
I think it was a good call.
Yeah. It was a good call.
The question
How
is
did they even gauge that?
I don't know. I think they said they could smell it on her. She couldn't stand up. She was erratically driving a suitcase.
guys, I've been
Erratically
Yeah.
driving a suitcase.
I've
Dude,
been
honestly.
I've been accidentally drunk before.
Okay.
And I've been angry before.
You don't have to confess anything on this
Yeah,
show.
this
and
is
sometimes
different
I've been
show.
both at the same time.
Okay.
And I've never once thought about pooping out of anger. You know what I
No.
mean? Like I've never once been like, I'm so angry, I'm just gonna potty right
Yeah.
here.
Defecate.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Let's
bro,
use a
that's
scientific
so
word.
weird. Like,
I don't get it because
there's
it's
bigger issues here.
It's so common
yeah,
that people are getting in the back seat of a police cruiser and defecating.
yeah.
Is there
Instantly.
something back there, like an aroma that triggers it? or
some kind of like
something?
epicax, some
Well,
kind of like
honestly,
laxative.
probably the
Reverse
aroma,
epicac.
the aroma of the person before that defecated. Back
Oh
there.
my
I
god!
see what
It's a
you're
trigger
saying.
effect.
It is a trigger.
domino
I
effect.
see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it is.
Our next headline before
Poor
we get
cops
too
having to deal with
far
that.
into
No, they
that,
just spray with a hose like a
Okay.
bidet.
we have a Florida man
Yeah.
Mhm.
who is running erratically towards a fire department.
Okay.
These firefighters, they're good fellas. They see him. They see him scaling the fence to get into this fire department, and they're
Yeah.
like, their first thought, according to the article, is they should help this guy.
He's running. He's running
Is
from
he
a
on fire?
Exactly.
Right.
No, I don't think so. Maybe in his mind,
for the Lord.
Okay.
if you know what I
In
mean.
his mind, yeah.
But anyway, so he runs into this fire department. He finds an empty truck. Okay.
Nope.
Fire truck. That's like it says fire. It keeps saying truck, but also is like an ambulance. So it's like one of those. It's not a
Hybrids.
full. Yeah, it's a hybrid, bro.
Yeah.
It's like a rescue ambulance
wow.
medic truck.
Right.
He ends up in the front seat of this,
No.
and they decide there's somebody in it. There's somebody chasing him, like fire.
Well,
you know,
firemen are always ready for a
they're
fire,
always
so
ready.
they
They're always
have
outside
somebody
playing
Right.
basketball too, and so
Yeah.
they see this guy running, and so they decide, hey, he's in the truck. He probably can't do himself harm. Let's
Uh-oh.
just get out of the truck and call the police, and we'll be fine. We'll let somebody else do our
He
job.
doesn't have the keys.
Well, he does because he turns on the sirens,
Come
starts
on.
backing out, and then
Oh,
that's
no.
when they're like, probably shouldn't call the police.
We
Let's
made
just-
a bad mistake.
Yeah, let's get back in there. So they choke him out and
Oh,
pull
okay.
him
Heck yeah.
out of
Wow.
the fire truck.
Yes.
And they're like getting what do you call it? Like common what am
People
I?
are upset with
Defecated
them.
on?
What? No, they're not defecating.
People are like upset with them for
No,
it.
the police are saying you guys did a great job.
Oh,
Of
they're
course.
getting like rewarded for
They're
this.
Oh, high
not
fives.
rewarded, but like, yeah. Anyways, I can't think of the word.
Yeah, the cops that you choked him real good.
Yeah. And they're getting all these all this
Okay.
appreciation. But I'm like, why was your first thought to get out of the truck and say, let's just let him have it?
Right.
Let him have his fun. Wear
And then
himself
let's
out.
call the police to do,
Okay.
to deal with.
Can
it.
we
Yeah.
just agree the solution to this is to give firefighters guns?
Yeah. Well, obviously, if they're
and
teaching,
raise?
they're
Yeah.
teaching chokeout methods in firefighter school for some
Yeah,
reason.
apparently. You choking out a fire, bro?
No,
like, when is that ever needed?
I think they just learned that on the basketball.
Watching
court.
the UFC.
Yeah. Our next headline, we have this is gonna be a quick one, but I thought it was interesting.
Oh, these are my favorites.
Because this says Florida man pushes to change Super Bowl Sunday to Saturday. Now, I know Josh is really invested in this.
Yeah, because I like to hit church first thing in the morning, pray for my
Exactly.
team the entire time I'm there.
Yeah, who
And then-
played in the Super Bowl this past
The Tigers
a couple weeks ago?
and
Close.
the LA.
Close. Yeah.
That's
yep.
right.
Go ahead.
The Tigers and the Angels. He said it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yep,
Well,
the
Wayne,
Lakers.
No, I'm not falling for that.
the Rams. So,
Yeah.
anyways, we have this Florida man who is pushing to change Super Bowl Sunday to Saturday, which I've heard this before.
Who's he pushing?
He's pushing the world. He created
Okay.
a
The Pope.
petition. He created a
On
petition
change.org.
3 years ago on change.org to get this changed to Saturday. Now, here's the interesting thing.
Okay.
Like I said, he started this 3 years ago. Okay. He's 18 years old now.
Okay. What?
He's 18
He
years
was a
old now.
baby when he
So we
started.
have a Florida child 3 years ago that wasn't allowed to stay up late on a school night on Sunday night.
Wow.
That wants to change the way that the NFL does business to change to Saturday because he was upset that he couldn't stay up.
Dude, good
and
for
watch it.
him, man.
Good for him.
Good
Listen,
for him.
I don't.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah.
I
Be
guess
the
so.
change you want.
Right.
I guess
be or
like
something.
if that's the way to make an argument with your parents, hey, if I can't stay up, nobody should be able to stay up.
Come on.
I'll make a petition
Exactly.
on change.org.
It'll
Yeah.
solve. That
That's-
fixes a lot of things.
That's parents'
dude.
worst nightmare.
Right.
There's like 120,000 signatures, but it's not going anywhere.
Is the
dude.
other 15
There's no
votes?
way they're going to change
You have to
it.
get 200K to make it to the White House.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
I don't think they're trying to get to the White House. They're trying to get to.
That's
good
who
old-
decides
Is that
when
like in the
football's played.
Constitution, though?
Everybody knows
Like
that.
200K and the president sees it?
Our last headline. Okay, we have a Florida man driving erratically down the road. Okay, and
in a
ends up-
fire truck.
No,
Yeah.
but he ends up getting
Suitcase.
He ends up getting pulled over. Gets a blood alcohol content of 0.32.
Come on, that's big.
Now that is 4 times the
Wow.
legal limit
Yeah.
in Florida.
Dude
Okay?
can party.
That's that the dude can party. So he gets pulled over.
He can't get an Uber or an airplane.
No. Because he's a professional.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a
Oh.
professional driver.
Come
Oh.
on.
Okay. Now
Wow.
he should know better, especially because he has 40 middle schoolers in the school bus that he's
Wait,
driving.
what? Wait, what?
My guy.
I mean, middle schoolers are the worst kids, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
That's not what this is about.
Okay,
I mean,
okay,
I
sorry.
agree, but that's not what this
If
is
anybody
about.
deserves to be in the back of a drunk bus, it's
Okay.
Please
middle
sign
schoolers.
my
Listen.
petition on change.org.
So this very, very drunk Florida man,
Yeah,
Yeah.
shame.
okay,
Yep.
shows up to work drunk already. Somebody at the, I don't know, bus barn says, listen, I smelled alcohol
Go
in this
on.
guy's breath.
Yeah.
He,
You got
probably
the facts?
he probably shouldn't take this bus.
What
Tells
happens?
His supervisor, he drives off in a bus. Okay. He goes
Yeah,
to the
that's
middle
awesome.
he goes to
Yeah.
the middle school to pick up these children and starts making his routine
Yeah.
drop-offs. He picks up 40 middle school children.
Oh my gosh.
Starts making drop-offs. Now, the thing is,
It's muscle
apparently,
memory, right?
according to the article, his supervisor is on the radio saying, "Hey, bro, yeah, you're too drunk. So and so smelled alcohol on your breath. You probably should stop and
Right.
not
Right.
drive these children
Right.
around."
Well,
Okay, so
Late
he
to the
just
ball
keeps
game.
going. Why don't you call the police and
because
say,
it's a walkie-talkie. Who's
and
going
say,
to listen
listen,
to a walkie-talkie?
I have the exact route that this guy is driving.
Yeah.
How long does it take to
100%.
leave the bus barn to the middle school to pick up 40 children?
Right.
That's
You should
true.
already have
Yeah.
somebody there to stop
Dude,
this
and not
guy.
only that,
Yep.
one of the other bus
Good
drivers
point.
should just choked him out.
That's
Okay.
true.
You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
If the police aren't getting there in time, call the fire department. They know
Yeah.
how to choke people
I'd
out.
rather get choked out than shot.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
So, anyways, this guy ends up pulling over in calling his superior
Yeah.
or a supervisor saying that he was having a medical emergency and
Yep.
he couldn't breathe. So the
wow.
fire rescue
How responsible of him.
ends up responding.
Fire
took him-
rescue.
Yep. So not the police.
You know what's coming.
You know,
Yep.
he gets
Choked.
choked out. No, he doesn't. But he does get taken to the hospital.
Okay.
When police get to the hospital,
Nice.
they're like, I don't know, 2 hours late probably.
Oh, wow.
He
Put him on
starts
blast.
yelling. He starts yelling, don't hit me, and starts running away.
Wow.
But, dude,
okay.
Like insanely drunk driver with 40 children in the back. So right now he
Middle
is
schoolers.
Yeah, middle schoolers. So right now he is charged with driving under the influence with
Come
passengers under 18, resisting arrest, and then at least one charge of child neglect. But
Should be 40.
It's four.
Resisting
Well, that's what
arrest. He called
it
on
says.
himself.
He
Yeah,
could face
he was
39
slippery.
additional counts of child neglect. So, anyways, it's unclear if he's still working.
Can I
for
just?
Oh,
I
Flagler
want
County.
to dissect that a little
Yeah,
bit.
please.
He's got one charge
No, no.
of child neglect.
He has at least one charge.
At least
least
one.
one,
There's
yeah.
39
He faces-
kids. That should just be a given.
It faces 39.
It
But
should. Okay.
Middle schoolers.
My point is though, it should be either like all or nothing.
I agree.
It shouldn't be like 37 because then you're saying like 2 kids doesn't count.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
Can you
well,
think?
if they're twins, then
Oh, I
it's
see what you're saying.
38.
Right.
38 charges.
38.
So can you just imagine though, like being 4 times the drunk limit,
Yeah.
one. Okay,
okay.
I'll try to.
getting into a bus, a
Come
large
on.
Man, that
vehicle,
sounds fun.
Come
and then
on.
driving 40 middle schoolers around?
Nightmare.
Like you'd have, of course he couldn't breathe. He started having a panic
Of
attack.
course, you'd
Right.
have to be drunk to drive.
He
40
woke up
middle
driving.
schoolers.
Yeah, like he literally was just like, "Oh God, what's happening?"
Yeah. Did I miss my stop? Hey, fellas.
Joshua,
Josh.
So it is the icebreaker,
come on,
everybody's favorite part of the show.
come on.
This week, I've decided how can I help you guys out, make you guys look good.
Thank you, sir.
Well,
We need it.
I appreciate that.
So I
yeah.
asked you guys to bring in some entertaining stories
Okay.
for the listeners.
Okay.
I know I've got one, stories from all over the world and anytime.
Okay.
Just something you knew was going to be riveting.
Josh says to us, "Tell us a story from all over the world and at any time."
That's
Yep.
riveting.
Come
and
on.
if you'll go ahead and take it away, Wayne.
Come on, I'll do that right now. You guys have heard of Haley's Comet.
Oh.
Okay. Yep.
Big star fan.
That's
yeah.
right. Comes around every 76 years or so.
Knew that.
It buzzed by our planet in 1910.
Oh, good year
Okay.
for Haley's.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, when that happened, there wasn't a lot of access to astronomy.
Internet.
There wasn't
Access to astronomy.
in the sense that like people, there wasn't a way to fact check things.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if someone said something,
As much knowledge.
right? Exactly.
Okay.
So if someone said something, you were more apt to just believe it, right? You didn't have like Facebook
Okay.
fact checkers.
That's me with astrology now.
Exactly. Right.
How am I going to debate
wrong
it?
word.
How am I going to debate
You're
it?
thinking
That's
of astrology is
Yep.
the true stuff
What
that
did
you
I
read
say?
in the newspapers.
The other one.
Astronomy.
Astronomy.
Yep.
Right.
Honestly, I didn't know there was a difference.
There isn't. They both apply to sailors
Exactly.
and middle-aged women.
Go on.
So 1910.
Roasted.
Here's the thing. Haley's Comet goes
Go
by.
on.
And telescope sales are skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
People want to
Okay.
see it.
Yeah,
So
for
they
sure.
had telescopes back then?
But also
A tube with
gas
glass.
mask.
Okay.
Gas mask.
Gas mask. Well,
And you're probably wondering why.
Yeah. I
would
would see
love
the
for the-
tie-in.
yeah.
Oh, it's a bundle. Telescope gas mask.
Kinda, sorta. There was a person who was hanging around taking advantage of the situation. Her name was Camille Flammarion, a French astronomer who believed that the tail on Haley's Comet was actually poisonous cyanide gas.
well, here's the
Okay.
thing. How would you know if it wasn't?
How would you know if it was? That's the thing, is like there was really no way of knowing.
True. And also, does the name start with an A or a C?
What do you, Camille?
Okay, because you said a Camille, and I didn't know if that was like a.
Oh, no, it was me hesitating.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry to
It was
interrupt.
comma Camille.
Okay.
Yeah. So Camille Flammarion
Beautiful name.
says the comet's tail is actually deadly gas, and unfortunately, this is a revelation event. This is the end times.
Okay.
When you see the comet
I've heard of
shortly
this,
after,
yeah.
you're going to feel weird and you're going to pass out. So
Right.
people start flocking to the stores to buy gas
Love
masks.
that.
Like worldwide, this fake news is spreading. So the day comes, Halley's Comet goes around. Everybody's standing outside wearing gas masks.
Dude, you
Cool.
It would suck to be the guy standing in the neighborhood that is like, why does everybody have gas masks?
Yeah, what did I
on?"
miss?
Dude, like, you'd have to be frightened.
Here's the thing. There was so little information that
Yeah.
the New York Times, the headline, the front page said that Halley's Comet will impregnate the atmosphere
Wow.
and
Okay.
possibly
Okay.
snuff out all life on the planet. Could you imagine reading that?
Did
And
they
then
not
you're-
use the Mayan calendar?
Was it
Come on.
not enough to snuff out?
Thank
you have to
you.
It had
impregnate
to
the
also
universe?
impregnate-
Yeah,
What?
for real. With what?
Bunch of pervs over there at the
For
New
real.
York
Poison,
Times.
bro.
But that's the thing, dude. Is like this was like one of those end times event that people genuinely they heard it and they're like, well, I guess this is it. So there's a huge portion of the population that
If
was
you-
just like,
If it came out in the news tomorrow, though, that said, hey, a comet's flying by
right.
the Earth, it's poisonous.
The result will be the same.
It would be the exact same because nobody
Easily.
knows what's happening up
That's
there.
the thing, is dude, humans
Nobody
just
knows
don't
what's
change.
happening up there.
I know. And Cameron said
He's
that
right.
about space all the time.
Dude, I mean, that's
Astrology,
literally
astronomy.
If you're ever outside
catchline.
with him at nighttime, he goes,
Nobody
nobody knows what's
Look up.
happening up there.
Yeah.
No.
But no, 1910, that
God,
was a
please
big
tell
deal.
us.
Here's the thing. So a bunch of con men
Oh.
started making a ton of money.
Mhm.
Instead of just selling gas masks, they started selling anti-comet pills.
No.
You take these pills.
Yep.
Anti-comet.
It helps you survive the comet flying past Earth.
Now, was there a description of how?
Just faith
Okay.
and science.
Man, there's
Yeah.
so many things that
Yeah.
I'm not going to go down it.
You know what I
Go
mean,
on.
dude?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's like,
Ugh.
here's the thing. The moral of the story is
Right.
1910,
Don't trust the stars.
Halley's Comet comes by, people spread fake news, and nothing has changed.
No.
I mean, you
wow.
could say the same exact thing in 2022,
Here we go.
and I guarantee
Yeah.
you folks will be outside with gas masks, taking anti-comet pills, blaming the government.
I
Now,
bet they taste good.
Question.
Yeah.
Would you buy a gas mask?
Yeah.
Though. Well, I think it. You can use it for other things once the
100%.
comet passes.
What are
Same-
you using a gas mask for?
Well,
to-
have you been in the bathroom after Wayne?
Well, after
That
every
bot
time,
spray,
every
bro.
time I go, I spray bot spray. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
sorry.
bro.
So how about Cameron?
Yeah, I'll go.
Cameron's
Oh,
got a
man.
story.
This is historical,
Wait, did
man.
you just
Almost-
direct my section?
Yeah.
You looked like you were lost.
Cameron, go ahead.
There
take
he
this.
goes.
This is historic. Okay. Almost as historic as the
Halley's
comment,
Comet.
The fake comment that Wayne was talking about.
Here we go.
Now, this happened, though, in the great state of Florida.
Come
Here we go.
on.
You try to get me out of it, I can't. This Florida man, we
Mhm.
have a Florida man, okay, who goes to a local coffee shop.
Okay.
All right, now he is,
Okay.
I assume, sitting and
Yeah.
working.
Okay.
You know, what do you go to a coffee shop for?
Relaxation and work.
Coffee?
There's two things, okay? Wayne said, okay, maybe three.
Okay.
Coffee, relaxation, and work. All right. Now, this
Okay.
Florida man happened to be working
Go
this
on.
day and enjoying coffee.
Right.
He was also chatting with some friends, and this was like a live a group chat.
Probably his
going
best
on.
friends.
Fun.
Best friends.
Right.
Best
Yeah.
of friends. Probably the worst of friends. This chat going on, and this particular Florida man say, "Hey guys, I'll be right back. Need to use the restroom."
Oh, okay. You don't
Okay.
take, I mean, this person doesn't take their phone.
Doesn't take the phone.
No.
No, it doesn't take the phone with them. And so, anyways,
Yeah.
this is intimidating. And so, anyways, this Florida man doesn't take his phone, I assume,
You assume.
and says, "Hey, listen, I need to use the restroom.
Yeah,
I'll,
BRB.
I'll jump back into this chat."
Respectfully, I'm
course.
leaving the phone out.
Yeah.
Right. And so, all of a sudden, this Florida man is sitting in the restroom.
Come on.
Oh, okay. This is a seated.
This is a seated
Event.
position.
Yeah.
Gets a knock on the door.
Okay.
Okay. And
You go
here-
occupied.
Here's a
He
sweet,
goes occupied.
sweet voice. The sweet voice of somebody saying, "Are you okay in there?
Wow.
Do you need this? Do
Talk
you need
about
this
full
toilet paper?
service.
Right.
Come
Do
on.
you need this toilet paper? Are you okay?
What a
Everything
coffee
okay?
shop.
Super weird, right?
Yeah.
So this Florida man just says, "Occupied.
Okay.
I'll be out in a minute."
Yeah.
And But sweating though, I would assume.
Obviously,
Right.
Somebody knocks on the
Constipated.
door and actually
Oh, yeah.
says something. It's
Anger.
one thing. Like if somebody knocks on the door when you're in like a single bathroom,
Right.
You give him a
instant-
cough.
instant, yeah, instant anxiety though.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And so, but then for somebody to say, "Is everything okay?"
Yeah.
Wow, wow,
Right.
wow. What
Right.
have you heard?
Bro, you're sweating.
Yeah.
And so this Florida man, goes back to the computer, starts working again, goes back into this group chat. And one
Yeah.
of his friends that he trusted, put a lot of faith in, says, hey, guys, just called the coffee shop that our friend was in
Yeah.
and said that I was in the bathroom and I ran out of toilet paper. Could you please bring me some toilet
Come
paper?
on.
Okay.
Now, why don't you drop some names here?
Yeah.
No, why don't you tell us who said this?
Okay, the first name that I'd like to drop,
Yes.
it's Josh and Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, I was present for the chat.
I was
they
present.
They were in the chat, and then the creative director for
Okay.
this particular podcast,
Yep.
Famafam, Christian,
Christian
was the man that decided to call the coffee shop and say, "Hey, I'm sitting in the bathroom.
Yep.
Can you please bring me some toilet paper?"
Wow.
I ran out.
Wow.
What a jerk.
Yeah, what a dude, super jerk.
You don't think
Now-
that was like an act of
Now
kindness?
the
Because-
legend, the historic Florida man that was in the
Come
bathroom
on.
was the one and only.
Babyface Cam.
It was me.
Co-host
It was
Cam.
me. It was the worst experience.
Wow, that was a great
of
day,
my
though.
life. I never thought I'd bring it up on the show.
It was such a great day.
Josh texted me earlier and said, "Hey, bring me a story that would pique my interest."
And
Right.
that does, yeah.
And
Why'd you say that was so sensual?
'Cause I was a participant.
It was a very sensual situation,
That was one of the funniest group chats I've ever been in.
Yeah.
dude. I'm not kidding, man. I was like laughing super hard,
Yeah.
and I was also a little mad. But then Josh was like, because I honestly thought he was joking.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the lady comes up to me while I'm working
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, I'm super sorry about what happened earlier. I mean, I went in there and everything was stocked.
Yeah.
Smelled like
You
Haley's
just weren't
Comet.
looking. You weren't looking in the right spot.
Dude,
Wow.
worst experience of my life.
I mean,
Such
I
a
will say
great
this
day,
about
though.
Christian.
I've literally never been back.
Christian is one of the funniest guys on the planet.
Yep.
That's not true.
He is the creative director for our show. And so Cameron says, "I got a potty BRB." Christian doesn't miss a beat. He calls the coffee shop instantly to prank, doesn't even tell Josh and I. He just does it. And then Cameron comes back humiliated.
Yeah.
Right.
Says, hey, there was a knock on the door.
Come on.
Bro, I've never been back. I couldn't. I
can't.
can't take myself
No,
to
not
go
without
back.
toilet paper. Not
Face
without
that
your
lady.
own
I faked like I didn't know what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Go on.
Because I at this point I
He
still
started signing to
That
her.
was-
I
wasn't
still
me.
hoped that it was a joke that Christian hadn't actually done it. And then
Oh,
she
no,
came
he
up again, and I'm like, "Hey, listen,
Bad friends.
I have really, really bad friends. There's this whole group chat. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was
You
a
start
prank call.
mansplaining to her. You wouldn't get it.
It was a prank call, and she's like, "Well, it was weird because it was like a girl name that showed up on the caller ID."
Okay.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but
But still.
it definitely wasn't me.
Come on.
I was just peeing."
I was just peeing.
Yeah. it's-
Oh, God bless.
I didn't need nothing.
Yeah.
I was washing my hands. I was
I didn't need
Yeah.
nothing.
Just praying.
I was just praying in
Dang,
there.
both of our stories are good. Josh, how was yours
Josh,
looking,
Okay.
man?
Wow. I don't know if I can follow that.
No.
But in New Haven, Connecticut,
Okay.
on 64 High Street,
Okay.
sits a windowless building.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's named the Tomb.
The tomb.
Yeah. And it acts as headquarters for the Skull and Bones.
Come on.
Okay.
I don't want that kind of heat on us,
No.
though, dude.
Well, this is a secret student society founded at Yale,
Is it a secret?
1832. Well, secrets in quotations.
Right.
Where every year new members, they reportedly divulge like intimate personal details.
That's right. That's right.
Full sexual histories.
That's right.
Say what?
Before they're actually invited in.
Just like our show.
Yeah.
They also agree to give part of their estates to this club.
Yep.
Okay. So this is like a volunteer club.
Well, you gotta
no
be admitted.
risk, lots of reward, no risk.
Yes. Yeah.
John Kerry, George W. Bush, both of them members.
Well, but in return
Okay.
for all of these,
Sacrifice.
you receive lifelong financial stability. That's what's said.
Meaning.
You can't really get into hot water without having an exit, supposedly.
So
Yeah.
the place is called the Tomb, and there's a guarantee of financial stability.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you
That's
have to be
sketch.
a Yale student and highfalutin,
Right.
Oh yeah.
like Wayne says.
John Kerry, George
Bush.
W. Bush.
So, President Taft also, a lot of politicians, a lot of big CEOs, the FedEx founder,
Really?
Time Magazine founder,
Keep listening. Put him on blast.
Prescott Bush,
who?
actually, the father.
He's
I
the
believe,
father of HW.
George. Yeah,
Oh, the cousin.
yeah, and he was known for possibly stealing Geronimo's skull
Yeah.
from the college, Yale, and then housing it in there. Now, if you're following along, I hope.
I am.
But if we travel 1,000 miles south
Come on.
and move forward 39 years,
yes.
Wow.
we arrive at the University of Florida.
Okay.
Come on.
Dirty place.
Yes.
Equally
Cameron's
dirty.
Yep.
arch nemesis.
Yeah. And now the year is 2007.
Terrible
Okay.
place.
Andrew Meyer, he's a 21-year-old, fourth-year undergraduate
Okay.
and a regular columnist for the Independent Florida Alligator. This is a student newspaper.
The
Okay.
Independent Alligator.
The
Yeah.
IFA.
Okay, so the creativity team was out.
Right,
Super lame.
right.
The
Lame.
paper, obviously. So he's at this big function, and
Okay.
he saddles up to the microphone, and he's there to address the celebrated guest speaker, and that is Massachusetts Senator John Kerry. This is the second time Myers has attempted to pose a question for
Okay.
John Kerry, but when he finally gets up to the mic,
You get nervous.
yeah, definitely nervous, but not for him because he fires off a question that lasts about a minute and 20 seconds.
Wow.
He's citing a book called Armed Madhouse, and he's describing the 2004 U.S. presidential election, and reports election irregularities to Kerry, and asks why the candidate failed to support attempts to impeach President Bush. And according to the Washington Post, Myers' question turned into an increasingly agitated three-parter.
Okay.
Started with one, but you know.
Right. Yeah.
You
He's
know, you get
following up.
excited. Yeah.
But pressure on him.
You get excited.
Yeah.
So Myers may have then answered his own question with his last question, where he says, "Were you a member of the Skull and Bones in college with George Bush?" To which Kerry kind of balks, and then he says, "Were you in the same secret society?"
Come
What?
on.
Mhm. So John Kerry's trying to calm down the student. At this time, officers quickly surround him and start ushering him up the aisle.
I remember
Get out of
this.
Yeah, and he starts still in the microphone, yelling, "Excuse me, what are you arresting me for? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Is anybody watching this?
I remember
I'm
this.
not doing this." And then he finally utters that famous phrase,
Come on.
"Don't tase me, bro."
Don't tase me, bro.
Right before
Don't tase me, bro.
he's tased.
Bro,
Yeah.
every other headline I do says, "Don't tase
Don't
me,
tase
bro."
me, bro. He luckily he
But
was
it's
tased
from
by
this.
Yeah, he
It's
was
quote.
exactly.
There's a lot of things, if you're following traditional like political standard,
Yep.
there's a lot of things John Kerry did not do to George W. Bush, and a lot of people believe it's because they were in the same secret society.
That's it.
They're following the same rules.
They
it's
are.
insane, dude.
get
What?
lifelong
Yes.
support.
Google the Skull and Bones. It's
it's
such
secret
a
in quotes.
crazy path, man.
There are so many ties to it.
Come
it's very
on.
interesting.
Wow.
I
So
love
we
it. That
went
is
from-
interesting.
We went from a toilet paper story
Yep.
Right.
To
to
Haley's Comet
yeah.
to the Skull and Bones.
Exactly.
That's what we call the icebreaker, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and
You
gentlemen.
never know what you're going to get.
Never
You
know.
never know. Bless you. The Everglades have been a topic on our show since the very beginning.
Yes.
A lot of our stories have taken place in or around the area, partially because there's a lot of interesting things about the Everglades.
There really is.
Sure.
It's one of the largest uninhabited natural land masses on the planet.
It's beautiful.
It's the only place where alligators and crocodiles coexist in the
Wow.
entire world.
Yeah.
And there are more than 36 species of animals that can kill you in the Everglades.
Three
3
dozen?
dozen seems like a little bit too much.
That's a lot. It's
I'd
a lot
like to
that
see
can
them
kill you.
all and then try to fight them because I think that number would be smaller.
You
You
think
would
so?
fight 3 dozen
Not at
killer
the same
animals.
time. No,
Okay.
one at a time.
Tournament style. So here's the thing. This ecosystem is entirely unique to Florida.
Mhm.
It's extremely deadly, but also beautiful
Yeah.
all at the same time. And
really
just
is.
like Cameron, we said that a lot about him.
Yes.
Beautiful and
Deadly,
all
but
at the same
beautiful. Unfortunately, there was a point in time where officials as high up as the president of the United States wanted to actually drain the Everglades.
Mm.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
remember that? We talked
Yes,
about that
very
early on.
popular.
And the thing about it is, these people, they literally wanted to drain the Everglades, turn the land into shopping malls and factories and
It
neighborhoods.
can't be a rational thought, though.
At the time, it was a genuine campaign.
Maybe like a portion of it,
Okay.
Right.
like
Well,
Disney.
Well, they kind of
Nice.
they kind of met in the middle.
Okay.
They were prevented from actually draining the Everglades
By
and-
rain?
by
by-
law. It's federally
Okay.
protected now. But that didn't stop corporations from like kind of dredging the land and building right up to the border of the Everglades.
Wow.
Like as
Okay.
close as legally possible. So in a little over 100 years ago, back in 1910, one of the first neighborhoods was built next to the Everglades.
Fun.
Okay. It was called Sunny Glades Park. And it was built as a premier level, all-inclusive retirement community
Wow.
located 20 miles just outside of a brand new city called Miami.
Okay.
Okay, so south.
Yeah,
way
for
south.
mosquito lovers.
Sunny
Way
Glades.
down south. It was built right on the edge of
Wow.
the Everglades. Okay. So basically, whenever it was being built, the neighborhood of Sunny Glades, it wasn't marketed towards Floridians.
No, because they know better.
100%. They
Right.
know better. And around this time in our state's history, we had become known as the retirement destination of the world. That's where
Every
people
day.
wanted to
Still are,
come to
baby.
retire.
Every day.
Right.
Yeah.
So the folks behind Sunny Glades, they were targeting people who were leaving the northern states. So like Ohio, New York, and they were luring them here with these flyers. And the flyers would say, come to a perfect tropical getaway that you can call home.
There's really
Wow.
no reason not to move.
Tropical's doing a lot of lifting in that sentence.
It really
a lot of
is.
heavy
And then
lifting.
home sounds
Come
just so
on. I
inviting.
want to live in paradise.
Yeah.
So imagine you're living in the Great White North, somewhere like that has snow and lower temperatures,
Hate it.
and you're looking to retire.
Minnesota.
Right. You're looking to retire, and you get this flyer in the mail that says, hey, you can retire to this neighborhood in Florida. It's affordable, and it's basically paradise. You'd probably do it.
Where do I sign up?
Right. It'd be very tempting. But down at the bottom of the flyer, you see where it says, in quotations, all you have to do is deposit $50. And we will reserve this lot of land and
That's
start
nuts.
building
I make
your
that in
dream
a
home.
day.
In 1910, a lot of money.
Oh.
Yeah, keep in mind the time frame. Mind the time frame
Yeah.
here. 1910.
time
So
frame.
here's the catch.
Yep.
People up north, they would get these flyers. They pay $50. They reserve the land,
right.
and then they begin construction on their retirement home just outside of the Everglades. Around this time, this is how construction companies would do things.
Okay.
They would lure you in. They get you to deposit it.
Right.
They start building it, and they reach back out again, and they go, "Hey, now we're at phase 2. We need more money."
Oh.
So my $50 doesn't cover my whole house.
No, we
No,
need
but if
you.
you want a house.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I
the rest of
prefer-
your house,
Phase 2 is going to cost you a lot more.
another
Oh,
$50
no.
bucks.
Well, I've already put 50 in. I might as well keep going.
It's the sunken cost fallacy.
There we go.
Basically,
Thank you.
Start
they-
this guy on fallacies.
They would want you to invest, and then once you're invested, they would keep coming at you for more money.
Yep.
This was
Baby.
a very common practice in
Yeah.
1910.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they did things.
Netflix
So-
does the same thing to me every month.
It does,
Get 'em.
but it's very little risk for the construction companies because if you decide that you're done paying, they just sell your property to someone else. They don't give a
Right.
care. You know, it's one of those things. So basically, what happened over the course of a decade is you had a ton of Northerners living right on the outskirts of the Everglades. In this neighborhood, and these people had absolutely no idea the kind of environment they had gotten themselves into.
Oh, a nightmare.
They were clueless.
Yeah.
And most of the time, you would have the houses. They would be complete, but the yards wouldn't be fenced in. The roads wouldn't be paved.
Trash town.
That's extra money.
Right. It really was. But nevertheless, by 1920, over 100 people had moved down to Florida to live into the neighborhood of Sunny Glades.
Okay.
I'm sure it's beautiful after 10 years.
Yeah, a lot of work's been done.
At first, like outside of the unfinished amenities, everything
Okay.
seems to be going just fine.
Mhm.
Okay, it's your standard run-of-the-mill retirement community.
Nice.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
But one night, just about when everyone was going to sleep, a lady named Jane Morton starts running down the street screaming for help.
Okay.
That doesn't look good. That's not a good sign.
Not good for the HOA. Apparently, the last thing on Jane's bedtime routine was letting her little Yorkshire Terrier out of her backyard
It's always a York
to go
bro.
potty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oofa.
On this night in particular, while her dog was out for a potty break, Jane turned away just for a second. She hears a splash. She turns
Oh.
back around,
Waterfront, baby.
and her beloved puppy was gone.
Took a dive. Took a
Wow.
swim.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought this story was going to go way different
You didn't
I
think
could
a
tell.
Yorkie
than
was gonna...
mystery disappearances.
I could tell.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You got me, though.
Here's the thing. Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
We know
Mm.
that the Everglades are dangerous, and we also know that you don't let your dogs near water in Florida.
No.
No.
That's like a given thing.
We've had
Like,
headlines.
we
Come
know
on.
exactly. If
Yep.
you listen to camera
Yep.
segment, you know this is dangerous.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. This is in the early 1900s, and these people weren't from Florida. They didn't know any better.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So Jane Morton, she's just seen her
Mhm.
dog disappear,
Mhm.
and she's running through the streets of Sunny Glades. She's screaming, and it's not long before the neighbors come out to check on her, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" And she's just screaming over and over again. It took her. It took my dog. It took her.
Wow. Okay.
It
So at
is-
this point, they hadn't seen
They
any...
hadn't really seen anything, and she didn't really see anything because it happened so fast, and it was
Yeah.
dark outside, and so it was just there, and then it was gone. And so this was definitely a pivot point for Sunny Glades Park because, again, retrospect
a murder.
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
Pet murder.
Retrospect is very powerful. These folks have paid a lot of money to relocate to Florida.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they're backed up right to the Everglades.
Mhm.
So the marketing team that sold them these houses, they weren't mentioning the fact there's 36 species that can kill you and
Well,
your
I
pets.
don't think you do, if I'm honest.
You're right.
No.
You're not going to sell any
It's
houses
not-
that way.
It's on the flyer.
In marketing 101, I think it's avoid the bad stuff.
Yeah, anything
100%.
over 23 is like too much. You don't put it on the flyer.
Good
So here's
deal.
there's not a whole lot of information here
Yep.
for these people. So most of the residents in Sunny Glades, they don't really know enough to be worried.
Mhm.
They think something possibly took this dog, maybe not. So it's an unfortunate accident. They go about their lives.
Of course.
The
Yeah.
owners of Sunny Glades, that's kind of where they're at. But the folks who built the neighborhood, the
Mhm.
developers, they're starting to worry
Oh, big
because they're
time.
from Florida.
Yeah. And they
The
own
dog
Yorkies.
died.
Right.
We're
And
worried
they're-
about our investment.
Well, now they're thinking the tide's turning in the neighborhood, though.
Mm.
That's not a very good vibe.
No.
If someone just has lost something that
True,
they love.
True.
So here's the thing. There's no backing out now. These people are here. They're invested.
Mhm.
So a few days after the incident, things are back to normal. People are minding their business again.
Mm-mm.
A couple who live in the neighborhood, they leave their home in Sunny Glade to go on their morning walk. And what they found in their front yard
Okay.
was basically what was left of their house cat.
Wait, what?
Okay. Yeah.
What was
House cat.
left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Whiskers?
Haley's comment.
not much more than whiskers.
Oof.
Over the course of the next 2 weeks, there were 8 similar incidents
Yep.
Jeez.
with pets specifically.
Okay.
Um,
They're
and
accessible.
here's the thing. People
Yeah.
love their pets.
Yep.
They're a retirement community. They're pet babies. And this is happening now. At this point, it's happened 10 times over the course of 2 weeks. And rumors are starting to spread.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some folks are saying that it's probably gators. Other folks are
yeah.
saying that it's some other kind of creature living in the Everglades.
Sasquatch.
Now, I'm not going to get very nasty or into details,
Oof.
but at
Please.
this point, the neighborhood starts piecing everything together. And they're like, hey, something's eating our pets. We can't live like this. We're out.
Wow.
It's enough for
Okay.
people to move?
It's enough for people to move. There's only 100 people that live there,
Yeah.
and a tenth of them have lost
Their
pets.
Yeah. They are
So,
bringing
I
their
mean,
pets.
they're upset. And not just lost pets, as in poof, they're gone,
Eaten.
yeah.
scattered.
Or
Yeah.
the sun made them explode.
100%. Something's
scary.
happening.
You could know. Haley's comment could have done
Pretty
it.
Thank
hot.
you.
Could
Yeah.
be. So the developers of the neighborhood, they know they have to address it. So they
course.
schedule what basically looks like a town hall, right?
Okay.
It's not a city, so it's not a town hall meeting. It's more like a neighborhood HOA meeting with the developers.
yeah.
And all the citizens
Let's
are
address the missing pets.
100%.
Yeah.
All the citizens are making it known that they want their money back.
Oh, well, no.
They don't feel
no.
safe.
That's not going to happen.
No.
They said, look, we don't know if we want to leave Florida, but we definitely don't want to stay here in sunny Glades.
Of course.
Because this
Right.
creature is attacking our animals, and they feel duped.
Oh, they're okay. So they're saying it's one baddie out
They
there.
think it's one
Yeah.
baddie. So
Yeah.
the developers, they come forward with this plan at this meeting. They start being really honest about the threat of alligators, other wild animals from
Yeah.
the Everglades.
Mhm.
Yep.
And they say to these people, we're going to build a massive fence around the entire backside of the neighborhood.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
All these houses that back up to the water,
Yep.
like the entrance of the Everglades, we're going to build a giant fence here, and it's going to
Okay.
protect you
Yeah.
and your pets. You never have
So
to worry
they had
about
nothing before. It was
anything again.
backyard Everglades.
backyard Everglades.
Wow.
Nothing there, right?
I
That's
pictured
smart.
a wall because
Yeah,
that's how
I-
I would set it up.
I think so too.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
cherry on top,
Yep.
after building the fence, they say we're even going to hire people to patrol.
Jeez,
Wow.
they really want to keep
everything
these
is
people.
safe and
Okay.
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 Right?
Yep.
It's a great speech by the developers.
We have
It
a
sounds
wall
good.
and
Yep.
we have guards.
It's a great speech. It's a great plan.
Mhm.
However,
However,
during the meeting,
Mhm.
when the tide was finally turning and the citizens of Sunny Glade were settling down,
Yep.
a woman from the neighborhood runs into the building.
Oh,
and she's
no.
crying and she's screaming. And she says, I saw it. I saw it eating my dog.
Oh,
Oof.
Jesus.
And everyone was like, what
Is
is
nobody
it?
keeping the dog inside at
Yeah.
this point?
And everyone's saying, what is it? What did you see? She says, it was a boy. It was a child.
oh,
what?
wait, what?
And there are more of them along the tree lines.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay. My stomach
Wow,
just
this
started
took
hurting.
a turn. Okay. I thought it was a standard alligator
Bro,
story.
I was waiting for the alligator.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Wayne. An alligator
an
story?
alligator. This is how you're going to.
Now we have a child who is
Wow.
eating. And look at the smug
He
face.
loves it.
He's so proud
loves
of
it.
himself.
Well, I mean, you're telling the story to Cam, who hunted rabbits
Children.
and squirrels.
yeah, but
Oh,
I cooked them.
yeah.
Yep. Here's the thing. I don't need to
didn't
explain
eat
to our
'em.
listeners how scary this is.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
There's a boy eating.
and more along the tree lines.
That's
Wow.
So this woman comes in, she
Oofa.
interrupts the meeting. She's screaming, I saw it eating my dog. It was a child, and there's more out in the woods.
I don't like that at all, actually.
Not at all. So this neighborhood full of Northerners who have been experiencing pet-related trauma for weeks now
Yeah.
have just been told the culprit is a child, and there's more out there.
So children, yeah.
All the comfort.
children are the enemy.
100%.
Always.
Josh has been saying that the whole episode.
He has.
Middle
Yes,
schoolers.
I really
Yeah.
have.
Here's the thing. This meeting is now over. These people are freaked out. Search parties are formed. Men
children.
with guns and machetes volunteer
It's always
God.
machetes.
to cross the water and go deep into the
What
Everglades.
a bad night to sneak out if you're a kid.
Come on. They want to cross the water to find these, what people are calling wild people. There's these
Yeah.
wild people in the
Yeah.
Everglades, and they want justice for their pets. This is real. They want
Okay.
justice for their pets.
Are they yelling like their pet's name? This is for Moxie.
Scrappy for Scooby.
Those
Yeah,
are the
it's good.
worst pet names.
Well, we
ever.
don't have-
Moxie?
we don't have pets.
No,
It's a-
I hate pets.
Here's the
Vitamin.
thing. These people, they organize these search parties, but it's the Everglades, okay?
You're right.
These folks aren't from Florida. They barely make it across the water
Taken.
before
they're
they
done.
realize how futile their efforts are. They can't go. They can't survive.
Yeah.
Eaten by children.
So
Bingo.
these people, they're done. Forget the refunds. Forget it all.
Mhm.
The neighborhood of Sunny Glades experiences a mass exodus.
Nice.
Citizens are leaving left and right. As far as they're concerned, there are wild people living in the Everglades, eating their pets, and before long, these people are going to be coming for them.
It was the Chooch Boys.
If it's probably the
Chooch
Chooch
Boys.
boy. Well, just let's try the fence. Maybe the kids can't climb the fence.
Maybe. They seem pretty hungry. Here's the thing. This is what they believed,
Yeah.
and they weren't necessarily wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Not a single person stayed behind in Sunny Glades. Over the course of a week, every single resident had abandoned their property
They
completely.
were that scared. Wow.
The neighborhood of Sunny Glades lay abandoned for years before a separate company bought the property, leveled it, and built a strip mall in its place in the 1960s.
Okay.
Of course.
So for 40 years, it just sat there, and
Mhm.
it was slowly reclaimed by the wilderness, this neighborhood was.
Hmm.
Now, while the strip mall was being built,
Mhm.
the construction crew had heard these stories.
No.
Right? They kind of heard the rumors of
Yeah.
what had happened here prior, and no one really believed it. But as a precaution, the company bought a ton of equipment, and they sent what they called embarkment teams into the Everglades
Oof.
just to make sure
There's no
everything is
children
safe.
out here.
It's giving me Avatar vibes.
Yes, let's make
Okay.
sure that everything is
Okay.
safe. Yeah, right.
This gives me the Village vibes.
What these teams found shocked everybody in South
Okay.
Florida.
Here we go.
Okay.
Once they got a few miles into the Everglades, the area was littered with seemingly abandoned makeshift cabins.
What?
The ground was covered in bones, and there appeared to be clothing lines where people had been tanning hides and furs,
Okay.
What?
Okay.
basically living off the land. At the
Right.
time, the general consensus was that people had been living off the grid in the swamp for so long, they had forgotten how to be civilized. So they were living off small game like
Okay.
squirrels and beavers,
Yep.
which was normal to them.
Mhm.
But when the residents of Sunnyglade shows
What?
up,
Okay.
and they bring their tiny their pets. These folks, they ventured out to try some new cuisine. They don't know the difference.
Oh my gosh.
They don't really know the difference between a
Okay.
poodle and a squirrel. They're just like, I'll try that one out and see what happens.
There's
mean,
not
I
much difference.
Guess now.
Here's the thing. The newspapers in South Florida ran headlines like, hillbillies in the swamp.
Oh wow.
What? That's
Okay,
hurtful.
that's still accurate.
Another headline said, mountain folks are hiding in the Everglades.
Wow.
Mountain
folks. That's
So
a,
basically, the general belief was people who left
Right.
hundreds of years ago came down into Florida. They were hiding in the Everglades. They were doing stuff,
Yeah.
and they lived there generationally for so long, living off the
Right.
land that they just forgot how to be human, forgot how to be civilized.
is that a
people-
thing?
It's a
People we
definite
don't
thing.
understand
Okay.
and we haven't
Yeah.
tried to understand.
Right?
Okay. Oh, it's like that Tim Allen movie where he has the
Santa
kid,
Claus.
where he has the kid.
100%, and you don't understand it. But here's the thing: these hillbillies
Yeah.
were never clearly spotted. It
Swamp
was
Billies.
swamp billies.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was believed that as civilization creeped further south towards the Everglades, these people went deeper into the swamp. In modern times, if you ask folks who live in the area still, they'll tell you that this is a rumor made up to cover the fact that it was actually skunk ape.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
They believe
Yes,
that this
please.
is a cover story to hide the fact that skunk ape was eating pets
a baby
and
skunk
chased
ape.
away the people of
Yeah.
Sunnyglades. Here's
Tina.
here's a really interesting explanation. People who don't believe in skunk ape believe that the people living in there wearing furs and living off the land are the reason why there's so many skunk ape sightings in South Florida. That they were actually seeing
wow, they're hairy
like-
boys.
they were seeing wild folks living in
Chooch
the woods,
Chooch boys out there.
eating pets and hanging out. So I'm not sure which one's worse, like skunk ape or hillbilly children. Like
Hillbilly
both are
children, easily.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hillbilly children.
Yeah, men are always
worse.
the scariest.
But that's the story of how an entire neighborhood was chased off.
Well, that's
by,
a nightmare.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care necessarily for small pets, but it would be traumatizing.
You have
Okay.
a small pet.
Yeah.
That's not a qualification
Nobody
for caring
likes
for
them.
one.
He stands by his statement.
He does.
Yeah, I stand by it.
Yeah.
But could you imagine, as much as I don't like that animal, walking out and seeing a small child nom-nomming it? Like,
No.
that is
Oh,
so
do you-
crazy.
Fur everywhere.
You think
Fur.
he picked it up like a kielbasa? and
Oh,
just
yeah.
chomped it?
Like a corn on the cob.
Wow.
Like,
Oh, woof.
Okay.
169.
Those are tough teeth.
Go-to is always kielbasa.
I'm a big kielbasa
It's not even the
fan.
best sausage.
Obviously, boudin is the best sausage.
Okay, so the biggest sausage that you know of, kielbasa.
Yeah, kielbasa.
Smallest sausage
They killed.
that you
They
know
killed
of.
basa.
Boudin.
Yeah.
Boudin. Yeah.
Smoked.
It's a blood boudin. It's a blood
Episode
sausage.
169.
Boudin is.
Man, we had a good one. We talked about
It was good.
we talked about some history.
Yep.
We talked about some hillbillies.
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
on,
what I'm
some
interested
headlines.
in is the travel luggage that you can ride on.
That's very
I'll send you a link.
interesting.
It's on Amazon.
Motorized.
You think we can get a sponsor?
For
Come
sure.
on, motorized suitcases?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/FMOFM podcast is where you
Yeah.
can find all the bonus material.
If you want to see our faces,
Our live streamers are seeing Josh's chest hair right now as he speaks.
is it that?
Yeah. Guys, I
prominent?
gotta be honest.
Here he goes.
Now, it wasn't
Okay.
me that thought of the Chooch Boys thing.
Okay.
I read it off of our live stream
No.
chat.
Come on.
Ashley, one of
You
our live
cheated.
streamers, one of our Patreons, she said it was probably the Chooch Boys.
Come on,
I-
Ashley on
yeah.
I
live
didn't mean
stream.
to steal the joke,
Yeah.
but Wayne was on the flow, so I didn't want to
Okay.
fully.
I want to shout out one of our investors,
Please
actually.
do.
One of our investors, actually, Dribbly Bob. Cool
That's
guy.
our name.
That's his name.
Yep.
He actually did some research and found out that there's an actual group in Canada called the Chooch Boys.
Well, that
Wait,
was
what?
news to me.
If
The
you read the
Chooch
investors
Boys.
chat, you would see that. Basically,
Mhm.
I'm
this
up to
guy,
date.
Yeah.
this guy, like They're not a gang, but it's a group called the Chooch Boys in Canada.
Okay, well, a loose group.
It was
then.
based off the Chicago gang.
Chooch Boys. Yeah.
Come on.
Is a
Well,
branching.
I'll also shout out live streamer. Looks like Joel S says, "What's y'all's favorite brand of shoes?"
Right now,
Yeah.
I'm more of a Reebok guy.
Oh, okay. I'm more of a Cole Haan guy, but I buy them used,
Come on.
so they're cheaper and broken in.
Cameron?
Used shoes?
Used shoes, yeah.
Who's
It's your-
wearing your
it's-
shoes, bro?
It's your feet. I don't know. I don't ask for a
That's
demographic.
one of those weird markets where you're like, hey, I'd like to buy your
No,
shoes.
that's not it. I don't smell them.
We've had listeners offer to buy a lot of stuff from us, but not our shoes.
Well, yeah, no, I buy them off of eBay.
Listen, we love you.
Come on.
You didn't answer. What was your favorite
Oh,
brand?
I'm wearing Vans right now, but most of the time I'm wearing Nikes.
Come
Listen,
on.
these guys.
But like Jordans. Like,
Love
not
it.
like
What?
not like
There he goes.
not like Nikes.
Yeah.
Right.
For your street ball tournaments.
Yeah, I play basketball every day.
Yeah, they're all made by the same children. We love you guys so much. Bless you.
Chooch Boys.
Blessings
Chooch
to
Boys.
your family. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Love you guys.